Hey everyone, Tech OG here, representing those who are 40 and up who love their tech. And man, what a gorgeous day it is outside. It's a gorgeous day to be on my deck. Did some work, got the lawn furniture out, got the pit boss on deck, ready to go, ready to enjoy my summer. Just cut my grass today. Man, what a great day it is to be outside. And I decided to make a video out here on my deck to compare two of Samsung's GOATs. The Note 20 Ultra 5G versus the, what do I have? The Galaxy Fold 3 5G. Let's get to it. So you should already know that I've had my Note 20 Ultra for a while now, and I consider this to be one of Samsung's best phones that they've ever made. And here is the Fold 3. Decided to try it out, and in my opinion as well, I believe that this is Samsung's best fold phone that they have out right now. And this is the third iteration of the Fold device. They had the Fold and the Fold 2. This one does a lot of things great. As you can see, mainly the fold out screen. So I'm going to compare both of these spec wise, but not just spec wise, but also just want to talk about how I use it on an everyday basis. Comparing certain categories on the way that I use the phone, and give you my personal decisions on both of them, pros and cons in both of the categories, and my decision at the end on which one I decided to use as my true daily driver, and to call it the True GOAT. First, I want to go over basic specs, and kudos to GSM Arena for providing a website that allows you to compare two phones pretty quickly. So, Note 20 Ultra, Fold 3. And they both are 5G. So real quick, as far as specs, not a whole lot that differs between the two phones. As far as weight, you can already see that the Fold 3 is definitely heavier. Almost 2 ounces heavier than the Note 20 Ultra. Let's see what else. See, hybrid SIM card for the Note 20 Ultra. On the SIM card is a micro SD card tray. So that's only on the Note 20 Ultra. So no expandable storage on the Fold 3. Android 10 out the box, Android 11 out the box for the Fold. Android 10 for the Note, because it's older. So you're both going to have Snapdragon or Exynos, depending on where you are in the world. As you can see right here, for the card slot, micro SD, so you're able to expand the storage on the Note 20. You cannot on the Fold. I mean, you can, in a sense, if you get an accessory, such as a USB to micro SD adapter. So you can stick this in the side of here, and you can, quote unquote, expand the storage that way. But I like it embedded in the phone. As far as your cameras, Note 20 Ultra has a 108 megapixel main camera, and the Fold has a 12 megapixel main camera. And there's 12 megapixels all across the board for the Fold 3. 2 12 megapixel cameras, and one, again, 108 megapixel main camera. Selfie cameras, better selfie camera on the Note 20. You got a 10 megapixel. On the Fold, you got a 4 megapixel. But for those of you who already know, this camera, the under display camera, the selfie camera, not great. Good for Zoom calls, whatnot. Not great for just taking pictures. So you will basically use the main camera, 12 megapixel, and then fold this to see yourself on this screen and take pictures with this camera. And I think that's what Samsung meant for you to do anyway. Plus, it's easier to hold this way than it is this way. So again, this is great for Zoom calls, and hence why you got your fold out screen for this small megapixel camera, just for your Zoom calls. Both got AKG speakers, The Note 20 has an FM radio. This one does not. Or the Fold 3 does not. Both got fingerprint readers, but the fingerprint reader on the Note 20 is under display, and the fingerprint reader on the Fold 3 is on the power button. So it's the same type of fingerprint reader as the Note 9, which I believe is the best fingerprint reader on any phone on the planet. I don't care if it's a newer phone, Note 9, hands down. Oh, and by the way, I'm recording this video with my trusty Note 8. Note 8 still does pretty good. As you can see, really good focus. Go boop, boop, pops in, pops out. So as far as other specs, not a whole lot, like I said. The processor, of course, you're going to know that a newer phone has a newer processor. This has a Snapdragon 865. This has a Snapdragon 888. So it's going to give you slightly faster results as far as processing, but not a whole lot for, the naked eye. But for those of you who really know about the phones, you know where it does count as far as processing. But those are the specs. I'm going to go over some categories that I came up with as far as my usages of the phones. And I have all my usages or my categories right here on this list so that I won't forget to talk about any of the categories. First category is the weight. As you already saw in the specs, this is slightly heavier. When it's folded out, it doesn't feel that heavy because the weight is spread out. In folded mode, you have all your weight in this one form factor on the Note 20. You fold it up like this, you definitely feel the heftiness. You definitely feel the extra 2 ounces this weighs, or up almost 2 ounces this weighs over the Note 20. But as far as weight, this one's lighter, so it won't weigh as much. It won't weigh you down as much in your pocket. Next category, daily use. Now, as far as daily use for both of these phones, they're both great. Now, yeah, you can see a lot more on the screen, but you can still see stuff on this screen. I mean, it's still a nice large screen, so you can edit videos on both of these. Edit videos a lot better on this one. Get your content. You can see your content better on this one, but they both do what a phone is supposed to do. So checking your emails, watching videos, going on YouTube, they both do pretty well. Like I said, better real estate, you can see a lot more on this one, but they both do very well as far as daily usage. Next category, lumens. And as far as lumens, they both are great. They both right now are at the highest brightness. And so in sunlight right now, they both look fantastic. So let me see. Yep, there you go. So you can see on there, brightness is all the way up. So in direct sunlight, you can probably see them both pretty well. Sun is going to be setting around here soon, but you're still sitting outside. They both are doing very, very well. Both have gloss, so when looking at certain angle or looking at the phone at certain angles, you might get some gloss, but still, you can still see both of them in good daylight. So lumens are good on both phones. Next category, emulator gameplay. Now I gotta talk about my emulators. I love playing my old school games because I am old school myself. Tech OG. OG stands for original. Oh, I'm not a gangster, but G stands for gangster. But you know what I'm saying? OG. That's me. So I gotta play my emulators, gotta play my emulator games. And I can tell you right now, both are good. Now you already know that because of the real estate of the Fold 3, you're just gonna get you can see a lot more game on this screen. But as far as fun factor, both phones are good. Both phones are fantastic. Now, you see right here, I have two very good controllers. The Razer Kishi and the GameSir X3. And with the Razer Kishi, the Fold 3 cannot coincide because it's not made for this phone. This phone was not invented when this controller was invented. So the Fold 3 does not fit in unless you cut this part off and take this part off and take the concave parts off and then flush it down. you're able to do that. I saw a video of one person that did that. So you can actually fit the Fold 3 if you mutilate this controller. However, the Fold 3 fits nicely in the GameSir X2 controller and the upcoming X3. Oops, let me take the pin out. That's why it could not fit in flush. There we go. Look at that. Feels real good. Little top heavy because this is folded out like this. Folded down like this. Oh man, what a difference. Much smaller screen when you're playing your games, but man, what a difference. It feels really good in both hands like this. But like I said, with the extra 2 ounces, gives a little weight. But like this, gives it a little top heaviness. But with the Note 20, the Note 20 feels really good because it's centered. So the USB-C port is right here in the center of the phone. So it's not top heavy at all. Man, this feels fantastic on the hands. So as far as, you're playing your games, this will feel much better on your hands because it's weighted evenly. Yeah, like I said, not as much real estate, but feels much better. Feels much better on the hands than this one, because if you do fold this out, like I said, it's going to be top heavy in the GameSir X2 controller, as well as this one and any other controller that you have, unless you get a Bluetooth controller. Which reminds me, I have one more controller to show you. So with this controller right here, this is the FlyDigi Wii 2 controller. I did cut off the concaveness. I gotta flush it down a little bit better. However, with the Fold 3, and because this has no USB-C port, you can just put the phone right in, and look at that, because I shaved this down, the phone is centered in the middle, and man, oops, not really made for the controller, but feels so much better like this. OMG. So playing your games like this and this controller, booyah. And yeah, with the Note 20, same thing, unfolded, it fits. Is it gonna fit the Note 20? Oh my goodness. I may have to take the case off. Oh wow. Because it's much taller. There you go, it does fit. Now with the concave, with these cut off, they're supposed to hold the phone a lot better, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, to take the case off. Yeah, a couple of millimeters added to a phone can actually make it slightly bigger than what some of these controllers can fit. That's unusual. That's very unusual. I didn't think that a couple of millimeters would have done that. But still, this controller right here, shaved off like that, makes the Fold 3 and this feel a lot better than both of these controllers here. Next category, cameras. So instead of me just taking the pictures and blowing them up and put them side by side, I decided to just show the pictures right on the phone itself, because again, it's already at maximum brightness, so you can see the pictures pretty well. Now, don't know if you can see the difference in both of these pictures, but from my eyes and from what I've seen when I zoomed in, believe it or not, even though this has higher megapixel main camera, the Fold 3 has a lot more detail, a lot more sharpness in the pictures. I mean, wow, look at Max's paw. You can see more detail in the hair. You can see more hair detail in the Fold 3 than you can in the Note 20 Ultra. Now, what I do like about the Note 20 Ultra, when you are taking selfie pictures, it does blur your background better than the Fold 3. So look at that. I mean, really good detail, really nice, but better with background blurriness. Let's go to another picture. So I took a picture of Max's water dish at 10 times zoom, and from my comparison, like I said, you may not be able to see it on camera, but the Note 20 is smoother as far as pixels than this one. This one breaks down a little bit at 10 times zoom. The Note 20 is a lot smoother, so it captures the picture better, a lot more smoothness for your objects. This just is a little too sharp, and like I said, it breaks down a little bit too much. I mean, look, one good comparison, look at the water. The water on the Note 20, yeah. This one, not too bad, but too sharp. Too sharp, and like I said, because of the breakdown of the pixelations, because this has less pixels on the main camera, this one a lot smoother. And the Note 20 has 50 times hybrid zoom. This is at 20 times hybrid zoom. Look at that. Looks pretty good. 50 times hybrid zoom. This, wow, fantastic. So you don't need any extra lenses that you would need to carry if you want to take faraway pictures. This 50 times hybrid zoom, I love it. I don't care what anybody says. It just looks so good when it's blown out. I love it. Why? Because you can take a picture at 50 times zoom. You can't deny that. Both pictures are pretty good at macro shots, taking up close shots. So this is at 1x, I believe. I think it's at 1x. Yep, this was at 1x right here. So like I told you before, very sharp, much sharper on the Fold 3. The Note 20 Ultra, it's good. I mean, I like the color. This is a little bit more whitewashed. This contained more of the green color, but it's not as close. So let me get a close-up. And now you can see that both of them are not too bad on the colors. You can see it's a little more green on this one. So color capture is better on this one. Detail is much better on the Fold. But like I said, the macro shots, and this is at 4x for both of these. 4x, and I got it as close as possible to the my carpet on the deck. Sharpness is great. I mean, this is not bad, but the sharpness, you cannot deny the sharpness on the Fold 3. But the colors on the Note, much better. Much better. Like I said, sharpness is great. That's it. So as far as, like I said, as far as camera quality, both cameras are great. Better for sharpness, better for colors, and a little better for macro. No, they're both good for macro. This one's slightly better because of the sharpness, but colors game, boom, right here. 50 times zoom, your extra zooms, definitely the Note. This can only go up to 10 times optical zoom. But like I said, both phones are good, and if you do have a solution of having extra lenses, you can actually take this and attach it to this so you can get some even more zoom, and I'll talk about that in a future video. Next category, stylus storage. Now with the Fold 3, yes, you're able to use a stylus, but as far as storage, you cannot, there is no embedded storage, so you gotta get yourself a pen loop and put it on the back of here. Still good, so it's not in your pocket, so you can pull it out whenever you need to use it. But storage, stylus storage, of course, no brainer goes to the Note 20 because it's embedded in the body of the phone. My next category, portability. And I said that the Note 20 Ultra has it slightly. They both are good. Especially if you fold the phone up like this, so it's slimmer in your pocket, but because of the weight, it weighs you down a little bit, and that's why I gave portability to the Note 20 just by a hair. And my last category, which one feels better in the hand? Well, I have my pop socket wallet right here. I'm going to put it on the Fold 3 first. Of course, because it's a little bit more slim, feels good. But the weight will weigh you down, and you will feel it on your wrist. So that extra almost 2 ounces will weigh you down a little bit. And when you hold it out like this, you can still hold it in fold mode. So if you hold it down like this is the best way to hold it when the weight's going down like this. This is the best. Feels really, really good on the hands like this. So you can pull out your stylus, whichever side it's on, like this. And then go to here. So you can go to your apps and stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Ready to go. Notifications. Good stuff. Now with the pop socket wallet on the Note 20, because this is all one body, this feels better. A lot lighter, Feels good in the hands. You can turn it this way, landscape, portrait. So it doesn't matter which orientation, even though I have the pop socket a little bit down, it doesn't feel, whoa, whew, almost fell. It doesn't feel weighted when I hold it upside down. So I gotta be careful when I try to hold it upside down so it won't slip off. But like I said, feels much better. The Note 20 feels much better in my hands. So as far as feels good in the hands, get a category to the Note. Oh yeah, one more category, media consumption. And I'll just make this one quick because of the fold out screen, your media consumption is going to be a lot better on your Fold 3. You'll see a lot more visuals for your movies, YouTube videos, surfing the web when you're on Google Chrome, reading some articles. Reading a book on here is better, so you see one full page, or you can get 2 pages. Much better on the Fold 3, so that's a no-brainer because of the real estate. And now for my final decision, which phone do I think is going to be the best for my usage? Now, I can't lie. The real estate on the Fold 3, it's no-brainer. When I'm at work, and I'm on Google Chrome, you actually get actual tabs on one page of Google Chrome. So I can go back and forth between pages in my classroom if I want to go over content. Can't do that on here. The tabs are actual small windows. Kind of hard to go through that, and I've already tested that out in my classroom. So real estate definitely goes to the Fold 3. Now with some other apps, I can alleviate that on, or I can add tabs or have tabs on this. I'll go over that in a separate video. But just all around, I really got to give it, believe it or not, to the Note 20 Ultra. Now, why would I give my final decision on the Note 20 Ultra, and this is just my decision? So your decision, results may vary for you. Even though this has a lot of real estate, great, fantastic real estate, the Note 20 just has more features that I can definitely use on a day-to-day basis. The expandable storage by itself, hands down, is one main reason why to get the Note 20 Ultra over the Fold 3, because storage is embedded in the phone. With this one, again, you got to have a peripheral, stick it out of the USB-C slot in order to get expandable storage. I don't like all that, because what if you bump into something or accidentally brush against the phone and you drop it, lose it? Can't have all that. Note 20, embedded. Stylus, also embedded. Here, yeah, it may be held with a pen loop. It can't get lost, but it's still cumbersome just to have it like that. Especially when you're holding the phone and it's all folded out and you still feel it on your hands. This just feels really good in your hands. Like I said, not as much real estate, but the features just blows away the Fold 3. Yes, better cameras or better sharpness in the taking pictures, but 108 megapixel main camera, so better smoothness in your pictures. Plus you got 20 times zoom and 50 times hybrid zoom on the phone itself. No extra lenses needed. You can just carry this one phone for media, for work, for cameras. You don't need any extra stuff with this phone. And that's my reason, some of my reasons as to why I'm going to stick with the Note 20 Ultra, because this gives it some extra features that the Note 20 does not have, especially real estate and the faster processor. But you're not going to see a big difference in processing power. I mean, when you're uploading videos, yes, it's going to load seconds faster. I wouldn't say minutes faster, but seconds faster than the Note 20 Ultra. When you're installing apps, it's going to install faster on the Fold 3 over the Note 20. But who cares? A couple seconds doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, at the end of installing, you're going to have apps on both phones anyway. So yippee yay, still can use the phone. So slightly slower, but more usable for me and at work for play and whatnot, and definitely feels more balanced in the hand. So I'm giving this to the Note 20 Ultra. This is my true GOAT. This is a GOAT too, don't get me wrong, but this is my true GOAT for all of my daily consumption. So that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, definitely leave that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video.